Welcome back, everybody, and today we're gonna go over making tools and why crafting tools still makes a lot of gold, right? So we're gonna go over that. Tools is actually very valuable, also just for gathering a lot of rare resources, and also to be leveling up your aptitude, which is a very key thing for sure. Because uh, there's a thing called like experience for your tools that you can actually get, and the experience actually levels up your whatever you're gathering a lot more faster, right? So yeah, it's actually a really good way of leveling up your aptitude, which equals more chest drops, which equals more gold. So let's get into that. First thing is first is that I'm gonna show you guys like a lot of crafting materials have gone pretty cheap now since the mergers have happened. So you can see things are going for like very low price. Like things were quite high, like 70 gold a piece, but now they're going for like 20 gold, less than 20 gold now a piece, right? So though like a lot of things have definitely drastically dropped, so therefore when things drop you take advantage of it and you start crafting, right? So technically your crafting components are completely free if you guys gather or any resources, because when you hit the every time you hit a chest you get some items, legendary items, so that really does help out. And yeah, like it's actually a pretty good time to actually be crafting, right? Because with crafting tools you can still make a ton of money, right? So right now this guy has probably the perfect type of tool you can possibly want, you know, in a scanning tool. You have your experience, you have your yield, and you have your luck, right? So those are what we're going to be wanting to look for. This is something that doesn't have the, like, it has luck and has yield, so those are good, you know, but they do still, like, even without the perfect perks they still retain their value quite a bit, right? So even just like a one perk that's okay, like it still sells for quite a bit. You can see like just the luck is the only decent thing on this thing, and they're still selling for quite a bit, right? So yeah, so what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be crafting some tools. So before you craft anything, make sure you always put your sets on. Like I have a set for pretty much everything, and I always just have it ready and on hand whenever I do anything, right? So there's all my engineering sets, so make sure that you just type in engineer expertise. Like there's a tab to search it in the auction house. So I'll just show you guys quickly. So this is kind of like what most people like to like. This is how you're supposed to be looking through things pretty easily. And if I could find it, so just engineer expertise, and you can kind of see what things are going for, and then yeah, like you can just buy this stuff quickly and just buy it, because when you get higher uh, basically expertise, or basically yeah, expertise, what's happening is that your luck and your yield goes up. So it's actually very key doing that. So what we're going to go into is that we're going to go into crafting an item. So right here we have our item right here already, and if I really wanted to spend some more stuff, like you could push it up, I could push up my stuff up to almost 600 gear score, right? So but I don't know, we'll see about that. But like right now I'm just going to craft it with this stuff and see how it first turns out. The runic leather is pretty expensive, so if you guys want to go a little bit cheaper you can, but it does drop it down quite a bit. Like the runic leather is a lot cheaper than any of these items on my server currently. So yeah, like basically two of these equals one of these. So yeah, like they're quite expensive, right? So these are like 150 gold on my server each. These are about like 200 to 300 gold. So yeah, they're pretty expensive. This one's about like 400 gold if I wanted to use that. But yeah, we're just going to use this as demo purposes. And then we're going to pick out what we want. I always like luck because luck is the best. You pick your ass off. So whenever you're crafting, make sure that you're usually try to craft like most likely luck. Yield is also really nice, and also discipline. Those are the three things I like personally, and they are the best for making the most amount of gold, right? So we go like this. Maybe we get lucky, who knows? We craft it, and we got a bit lucky, but it wasn't yield. If it was yield, it would be a lot more value. But you can see that we hit around these areas. Like we just got durability. If we were to get something a little bit different, that would have been better. But yeah, that's actually a fairly decent drop, right? So we had that go for us. For Orcal, like I probably I could try something like this and then try, I don't know, luck. So we'll try something like this. But actually, technically, I would want the, the wood as well, because like, yeah, if I'm just going to craft something pretty big, I would do that. But yeah, craft one of these and see how this turns out. Make sure that you have everything. Luck. Craft one of these guys out. We hit pretty high on that. So this is fairly decent perks, like 8.9, and we have a 19%, and also mining efficiency. So something like this definitely sells for about 5k on my server. Didn't take, like, technically these resources are free, except for this. This costs 150, so maybe 300 gold. This is free because what ends up happening is that you can just get it through aptitude, and it's very, very easy to do that. So yeah, like that's actually some really heavy hitting rolls actually for these tools that personally I might actually use for myself. But yeah, those are good. Those are really good perk rolls actually. So something like this, you could just resell it on the trading post for a lot more. I do like the experience, but I also really will miss out on the yield. You know, this one has yield, so that's very, very good. So yeah, getting lucky in some of those rolls, and make sure, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, there's like a food buff that you can get that's 15, that adds 15 to your engineering, which is really nice. So pretty much, if I was to use the most expensive stuff, I can max out the gear score almost. So we go on to food skills. You pick whatever you want to be crafting, engineering, and then I just go and I have to take this off though. I have to take this off. And then yeah, so basically we get our herbs. Make sure you buy them or craft them yourself. Like the crafting mats from this was like, the recipe was really dirt cheap, and this is kind of dirt cheap on my server, so they definitely don't go for 80 gold. It could go for a lot cheaper, but you know, rosemary I think is probably the thing that causes, oh no, it's probably the garlic that's probably a little bit more expensive. But yeah, those guys are making some profits and stuff like that. Ooh, there's not that much garlic, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. And what you end up doing is just reselling these tools back onto the market. These are fairly decent, so I could probably make 5k. This one could definitely go pretty high in price. Like you're hitting probably close to like anywhere from like 5k to 10k range, you know, just from crafting that. And pretty much it was just free resources that I was obtaining, right? So yeah, I was just leveling up my mining, getting those chests, and pretty much, you know, technically it's free. If I was to use that for spending, you'd probably be spending, let's see, if you had to buy the mats, 17, 250, so it'd be about like 500 gold if I was to really have to buy the mats from the trading post. And yeah, 500 gold to make it 5 to 10k, you know, so big difference. And yeah, it's a good way of making some gold, you know. This is really nice though. That's actually really, really good. So yeah, like that's why I was like saying, like sometimes when you craft stuff, you can make some really good items and make some good gold with that, right? So a lot of people love to get something like this. And yeah, mining speeds, actually some people actually like that stuff, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys like it. I'm always posting out more tips and tricks and guide videos of how to basically make gold. And make sure you subscribe and also hit that bell icon so you're first to know about this stuff. And also I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.